Whenever possible, you always want to go with the regular mount, and that's what this is called, the regular arm mount, which means the body of the closer gets attached to the door, and the arm goes on top of the closer, and then the arm attaches to the top of the jamb. These instructions can look very confusing, but there's only a few things you need to know. Number one, how to orient the body. Now you see, most of these closers, they have screws that regulate the speed, called speed regulation screws or the speed regulation valve. It shows that it's on the left. And here's our hinge. So this is going to go up by the hinge, and these are going to be on the left side. So look at all of these numbers here, all these measurements. Don't worry about all that stuff. Here's what you need to know. How far is this top screw from the edge of the door? So you see here it says A, so there's the edge of the door, there's our top screw, and there's position A. So we go down here, what is dimension A? Well, if you want the door to open to 120 degrees, which is just a little bit more than 90, or do you want it to open to 180 degrees? Rarely need a door to open that. I always look for the 90 or 120. So, dimension A, that's 7 and 3/32. Don't worry about all that stuff. It's usually going to be somewhere between 6 and 8 inches. So 7 and 3/32, we're just going to call that 7 1/4. So from the edge of the door to this is 7 1/4. Don't worry about how high up or down it goes on the door. I'm going to show you how you determine that. Now this is a continuous hinge, so it looks a little odd, but I know the edge of my door is right under here, okay? So he said we wanted to go 7 1/4, and these don't have to be exact. I know that top left hole is going at 7 1/4, so that's really the only measurement I need for the body, because I know I want to put it parallel. So now the next thing is, how high should this thing go? You don't want to put it right on the edge of the door because it's going to be very hard to screw in there. So here's my rule. I just open up the door a little bit. I drop this arm down here. Now you see the arm? It needs to close the top of the door. Okay, so if I mount the closer down here, it's not going to clear. So you see how if I go up there, that's all I need to clear. I just kind of eye it up and know that that's how far down my body needs to go. So let's find my hole over here. I want to put that first screw right there. I'm going to pre-drill that one. This is a brand new metal door, and I know it's been reinforced up in here. So these sheet metal screws will hold this in place just fine. I'm just going to hold it up there. So now we need to know where this piece attaches on the frame. Here's the edge of the door, and here's our screw. So from our screw to this screw, they want 5 7/16. So basically 5.5 inches from here to here. And we don't really care how far up and down it goes. We'll figure that out. From the center of the screw over 5.5 inches, we know that that hole has to go right there. And how high, do we want to put it up here? No. You see, this thing can move, so this can go up and down. Once again, I've pre-drilled, and I'm using this self-tapping metal screw. When you look at those directions, they can be very intimidating and complicated, but you can see we basically took 2 measurements. From here to here, 7 1/4. And then from here to here, 5.5. That's it. That's all you really need to know. Here's the picture of the regular arm mount, which is what we're doing. So before I put anything together, does this look like the picture? It does. So if you were going to put this on and you had this thing way over here, or you put this thing over here, take a look at that picture and say, wait a second, I think I screwed up. Okay, so this is how you load tension on the closer. You need an adjustable wrench, something that fits around this. Now you put it on here. Now you see when I pull this thing like that, I feel the tension. See that? It wants to go back on its own. So see, I pull the tension and it wants to pull back, which would close the door. So what I want to do is push this thing all the way over, then drop the arm down. Then when I let go, it's going to want to pull that door shut. So sometimes you got to wiggle these things around a little bit and find it like right there, okay? Now you see there's room for a screw in it. You put the screw in there and that keeps the arm from popping off. And you don't have to crank it down, you just get it on nice and snug, and that'll hold the arm in place. You see it has these two screws that I can tighten that will hold this arm snug. Sometimes there's a locking nut here and you unscrew the arm to make it longer or shorter. So this one has these two screws. Now we can let this go and we'll test it. Test, we'll just open it up and see how it feels. And it goes all the way. This is 90, and that thing should open to 120. You've got plenty of room there. Now we'll just let it go. Just install the door closer. But they don't always work that perfectly. You see this has a latch speed and a closing speed. Here's latch speed and closing speed. Okay, the closing speed controls the movement of the door basically from here to about there. So how fast do you want that to go? And then the latching speed controls the movement of the door from here to here. So ideally, you want the door to close gently, and then when it's ready to latch, you want it to give a nice little oomph so that it's closed. There we go. Now I want it to latch a little faster. So this is our latching speed. So I'm going to loosen this just a tiny bit so it'll give us a little quicker close at the end. So let's try this. Gives you a hold cover. So we're going to use it and it looks very nice. Check all your screws. Everything's good. Give it a final test. You're set. That's how you install a door closer.